Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lara, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. I feel like I've really perfected it and I always get so many questions on this. So when I tried filming one for TikTok, the video was about 30 minutes long because I go into so many details. You know I'm a yapper, so that's what we're doing today. I do my makeup 2 times a week maybe, and then on one day of the weekend when I film content. So yeah, my base prep is done. I put moisturizer, eye cream, and now I'm gonna do sunscreen. Honestly, let's just get into it. I don't have that many things to say about what my makeup routine is until I show it to you and why I do certain steps. The first step is a sunscreen. I include this in my makeup because I just want to do that. This is the Sunprice Mild Airy Finish SPF 50 plus. I wouldn't say this is my favorite, so if you need a recommendation, don't go. It leaves a really bad white cast. However, it does have a beautiful glowy finish once the white cast settles down. So I'm pretty 50-50 on this one. This is not gonna blend in for like 5 minutes. Now that I've fully massaged it in, you can see the little natural glow it's left on my face, which is what I love. And that's so surprising because I used to be an oily skin girl and I hate when my skin looks oily. But now that I do glowy makeup, I can just never go back. For makeup, we're gonna start now. I don't use any primer because I just use sunscreen as my primer. But the first step is my Huda Beauty color corrector in Pink Pomelo. She is disgusting. I hate the packaging of this product, but I just must use it because it is one of the most beautiful products I've ever used. My little inner corner. And for spots, what I like to do is I put a little bit of product underneath my spot and then I blend it on top of the spot. I don't know what it does, but I just love doing it that way. Like I have a little one here. I'm not gonna blend the one on my forehead because it hurts right now, so we're just gonna have to let it go. I'm gonna let the color corrector sit on my face for a bit. Till then, we're gonna do a little bit of bronzer. This is the Milk bronzer in the color Dazed. This is probably the only matte product I use because it doesn't come off very matte, and then I just make it glowy. Like I make it work for myself. So I do my forehead right underneath my cheekbone, and then I blend it up to my cheekbone, and then just above my jaw, just a little bit, because I feel like the winter I look flat and only blush. So I started incorporating bronzer in. I use the e.l.f. Total Face brush to blend this out, and I just do it in little swiping motions, moving it up and down a little bit. Same thing with my cheekbones, and I bring this up a lot more towards my cheek, so it creates a nice little like blush moment when the blush comes in. Obviously I'm really bad at explaining what I do. Can you see that little bit of warmth that's added to my face? I do bring it up a little bit towards my temple just so I can connect it to the bronzer that's on my forehead. I don't do a lot of bronzer because again I'm very light, so if I put too much bronzer you can see the muddiness it leaves behind, which I do not like. So that's just a little bit of warmth. It gives me like a nice sun glow when I put this on. I use a beauty blender to blend out my color corrector, just in tapping motions. Tap it in. I'm not big on spot concealing, to be honest. I just have fun with it every once in a while. But my under eyes need a lot of help to make me look decent, so we blend. For my under eyes, I start by tapping in the product right where I have placed it in the upper corner, and then I slowly fan out all the excess product that's on my beauty blender outside, creating like a wing-like effect. Really short taps and super quick. I don't know how to show you better than this. Just like really tapping the product up in the corner. As you can see, it fully neutralizes the skin, but it does leave a bit more of an orangey tone. I'm going to show you how I balance it out with my other color corrector and my concealer. This routine is definitely for people who like to take the time to do their makeup, because I'm not a 5-minute makeup type of girl. I don't want to be. I like sitting around playing with my makeup, talking about it, making videos, and this is fully my self-care routine because it's just time for myself. Like you can see, my under eyes have neutralized and now I can build on them without having to worry about how the colors of my skin are a little bit different. Before I go into another color corrector and my concealer, I like to put my blush on. I'm going to go in with this She Glam brush called Blush. I cannot speak today. I'm going to go in with this She Glam blush that's called Night Drive. It's this beautiful purpley color, and I'm just going to do 2 dots here and 2 dots here. My beauty blender. I have 3 different beauty blenders. One is for concealer, one is for color corrector, and one is for my blush because I hate when they mix and I hate washing them super often. So we're going to use the black one for blush because of the fact that there's so many blushes on this, but you can't see anything. I start by blending it out just on my cheek, and then I take it up and out a little bit towards my temple, and I blend a little bit in my under eye because the concealer is just going to cover it and it's just going to look like a beautiful little transition. I've definitely been working on my blush blindness, so I don't put on too much blush anymore. I've definitely become more of a highlighter girl. I love highlighting everything on my face. So we're just gonna blend this out a little bit up to my temples, a little bit on my nose, and I like to do a little bit on my upper lip. And then I'm gonna show you how it like covers itself with concealer and then looks more naturally blushed, even though the color is not my natural blush. And this blush is a lot more cool tone than I generally use, but I just love the way the color looks on me, and it just is such an easy and beautiful product. So this is what the blush is looking like. After I did the no makeup challenge for a week, I stopped wearing a lot of makeup, like a lot of heavy makeup every single day. I feel like throughout the week, most of my days are no makeup. So even the days that I do makeup, I like to keep it super natural. You can tell that I'm wearing makeup, but I feel like it's a lot less than I normally wear, other than when it comes to my lips. I love a good lip combo, and in the winter, I'm a dark lip girly through and through. Okay, this is what I call half of my base. Now once I do my eyes completely, like with my other color corrector and my concealer, we can say that my base is done, and then we get into powder products, setting my face, and we go from there. My second color corrector is a yellow one. This is a little bit of more brightening one. I use this one because it brings a lot more evenness to my skin, and I use two concealers and both of them are like a perfect shade match for me. So this one just helps with a little bit more brightening. I bought this yellow color corrector from Nykaa. I'm not the biggest fan of this kind of a product because it's very creamy but in stick form. So I like to warm up the product a little bit on my hand, and then I put a little dash under my eyes. I pick up the rest of the product from my finger. I'm not a big like do my makeup with my hands, but this product just blends best with my fingers. So I'm just gonna tap the yellow in. Now as you can see, the yellow just perfectly blends into the skin, and this is just my face now without concealer. And once I add concealer, it's gonna give a little bit of a brightening effect to my under eyes. I've tried using a lot of brushes with this color corrector, but I feel like my finger just does the best job because it kind of warms the product and melts it into my skin perfectly. And now it looks like I don't have any eye bags, and I could literally go out like this, but I just love concealer. Next up are my two concealers. Both of them are from Glowy, and if you are a brown girl or have any sort of different undertone than a white undertone, Glowy is the way to go. They have a crazy good shade range. They are super brown girl friendly. I have had this one for a year now, and as you can see, it's almost empty. And this one I bought because my winter shade changed, so I had to get another one. And I don't know if you can see, but both of them are just a little bit different. This one is a lot lighter than this one, and they just make me the most beautiful that I could be. Starting with Misty Maple. Misty Maple I use a lot less of because it's only perfect match in my under eyes. So we're just gonna go in with a little bit on my under eyes on both sides, and I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. And if you watch Adi on TikTok, he says not to blend it so high up, but I can't live like that. So even though I do get the concealer in my lines, I just blend it in throughout the day because I cannot bear to not have concealer up until my like eye. Next we're taking the shade Ice Berry, and this is gonna go for the rest of my face. We do a little bit of the outer corner just to give a little bit of a lift. I do the space above my eyebrows so that I can blend in all the colors. Same thing here, and then my upper lip. Now for concealer, this is what my rule generally is. Sit with the concealer on your face for as long as possible. I will do my concealer, then go get dressed for the day. I'll do my outfit, I'll do my hair, I'll figure everything, I'll pack my bag, I get everything done, and then I blend in the concealer. If you've seen Michaela on TikTok, she does her skincare over her concealer. I can't do that, but that's literally your best bet. You need the concealer to dry on your face a little bit, and now that it's much colder, it takes much longer to dry on your face. The longer it dries, the more easy it is to work with, and I don't know, it just melts in your skin so perfectly the longer it's sitting on your face unblended. While we wait, I'm gonna do my brows. This is the Glowy Free the Brow Clear. I just got my eyebrows done, so I don't have to do anything too deep. Just like brush it up and clean the line up and down. Let me show you a better view. Like brush them up, okay, and then you're gonna clean the line, creating a point at the end. I love a pointy edge on my eyebrows. Same thing on, do you see that? Like, that is such a sharp brow. I mean, I just got my brows done, so in a week they're not going to look like this, but might as well enjoy it while it lasts. If I'm doing a lip tint, this is the time where I apply it. Today is not a plan for a lip tint because I have so much content to film. I need to change up my lip combo throughout the day. And yeah, sometimes I just chill. When I'm watching a YouTube video, I take a break. I just watch a YouTube video for a bit. Like, concealer just has to sit on your face forever. So yeah, I'm losing my patience already because I don't have anything to do. This is what when I film my makeup, I always have to like take a break mid filming so my concealer can sit on my face, but it's so awkward because like I need to go back and continue filming as normal, but that's so hard. So yeah, I do have another beauty blender for my concealer. It's this very tiny one because I feel like it just hits the fine lines better, and it is disgusting, but it's the last one that I use. Yeah. Okay, now when blending your concealer, I always start and do everything else and do my eyes last because that's the main reason why I'm using concealer in the first place. So starting with my upper lip, blending this in, I bring it down to the sides of my mouth because I do have a lot of like hyperpigmentation around my mouth, and I haven't figured out something that covers it that works for me, so I'm just gonna go with this. Then I blend out the one that's around my cheek, and I blend this just in circular motions just so the blush here can blend down and it looks more natural. Like, I'm not trying to create a harsh line, but I'm just trying to blend everything in so it matches my face. Like, everyone can know I'm wearing makeup, but it shouldn't look like I'm wearing makeup, you know? For my forehead, I blend down and up, and then I take it out so that it kind of flows with my bronzer and it matches the rest of my face. Now comes the most important part, my eyes. We're gonna get up close and personal now. Starting with the inner corner, you're just gonna tap it in, like tap, 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 don't move, and then you move out slowly. Like, yes, this looks crazy, we're gonna make it work, just relax. Okay, then I'm gonna connect it to the second concealer and fan this out up, like we're trying to create a wing effect even though there is no wing coming. See how this blended out? Perfect. We have a lot of product in here. You're gonna take this and bring it down to the nose. Okay, come here and fan it out so it blends into the blush, creating another transition that this is just how my face is. Look at that. I love how perfect my eyes turn out with this concealer routine. You have to try it. Same thing on the other side, just tap, 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 and then you bring it out, connect it, again moving a little up, and then bring it down to the nose. Like, this eye has turned out perfect for me, and it looks super glossy right now, but when I put my powder in, it's gonna melt into my face, so it just becomes the perfect base for me. This is my glowy base and it looks perfect for me. Now let's start layering the powder. I'm starting with the Fit Me powder. This is matte and poreless in the color 110 porcelain. She's well loved. She's done. She's ready for retirement, but I'm gonna save off until I can go home and buy it, so I don't have to pay for it. My parents pay for it. I'm gonna wait. She doesn't have much left. I really want to get this again, but I do have so many loose powders that I need to finish, so I can't actually justify buying this when I feel like both are kind of similar and I use them in kind of the same way. So I might as well finish all my loose powders before I go out and buy a new setting powder. And I kind of low-key want to buy the Charlotte Tilbury one. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna take one of these little triangular puffs, pick up the product. This takes a bit because there's so little product in here that I need some time. Now that I have the product, I'm gonna drop the excess off. Now this is a little bit of a weirder step that I do. This product is supposed to mattify your makeup. I obviously don't want matte makeup, so what I do is I just lightly like brush it all over my face so that the powder helps set the makeup without mattifying it. I don't know if this works, but in my mind it works, so you just have to run along with what I say because this is my YouTube video. So yeah, we're gonna take the product lightly, just like tap it and move around my whole face pretty fast. And I do go over some spots, like especially my under eyes, because that needs to be set down. But yeah, do you see how that kind of mattified it? But it's still pretty glowy, and it just looks like a cleaner, more set base because all of my products are now like perfectly transitioned. Same thing on this side. Do you see that? Cute. What's next? A little bit of highlighter blush. This is the Rare Beauty powder blush in Cheer. It was my blush for the summer for a really long time, and I broke it while I was traveling, so now I have to be very careful when I use it. This is what I get because I was traveling with it, not in my box. Anyways, a little bit of product, and this I'm only gonna put it here, like not on my cheek but like up here, because I feel like I just need a little bit more color right there. Just gently tap it in, fan it out like that. Same thing. This just brings back the glowiness of my face, and I use the same e.l.f. Total Face brush for this. That brush needs to be washed like desperately. But yeah, as you can see, my face is all glowy, and I am definitely partial to a pinker blush. You don't have to be, but I just am. Now we do my lashes. Now we start by curling my lashes. This is, I want to say, like a 15 dirham one my friend bought me from Miniso. Like, I've been using it for years. So what I like to do is I hold down my lashes and I hold it down for like 10 to 15 minutes, and I slightly like press it so you can see that it creates much longer lashes for me. I do have decently long lashes, so like it's not that hard, but I do really press on it to make them super long. Right? Cute. I'm currently testing out a new mascara because I hate all my mascaras. This is the Pacifica Fluffy Lash Mascara. She's a glass bottle. Like, it's so serious with them. This is a more expensive mascara than I would generally justify, but it's so cute. And one of my friends recommended this to me. She's definitely my makeup influencer, so I'm giving it a try. My mascara routine starts pretty simple. I go to the base, shake it a little, and then come to the top because I really like separating my lashes. And I pull it up for as long as I can without like moving the brush so it adds too much product. And then for the outer corner, I give it a little bit more love because I want it to be flared out and much longer. I don't do my bottom lashes at all because I hate when they get smudgy. So that's just a dream I've let go a long time ago. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, get to the base, shake it, move up. Same thing. Mascara is so deep for me, like I need to stop talking when I do my mascara. Yeah, that's my mascara routine. The only time I'm ever quiet in my YouTube videos is if I'm doing mascara, and then I edit it out. So this is what my makeup looks like. Now let's get into the fun part, my lip combo. What should I do today? Starting with the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the color Rich Mauve. This is a part of their new birthday gift sets. My dad's birthday is in January, so I forced him to make a Sephora account and then buy it for me. It was great. His birthday, even if it wasn't in January, I would have used a new account because he gets a new number whenever he comes here, so I just use it. So yeah, from the outer corner to the middle, the other side. Like, this color is my lips but better and a little bit darker. It's perfect for me. And for the upper corner, you start with the little cupid's bow, bring it out and join the line, rubbing the lips together so the line is still defined but the color is kind of blended into the middle as well. I definitely my goal in life is to be one of those girls who just wears lip liner, but a glossy lip, it just gets me. And since it's winter and I need a lot more hydration, I'm gonna go into the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Birthday Cake. This smells heavenly. This one smells, oh my god, it's so tasty. Like, do you see the gloss? Oh my god, can you believe this is just like a butter balm? It just is the perfect pink for me. And so this is my everyday makeup routine. I do this when I do my makeup, obviously. Like, that's what a makeup routine is. I switch up the blush and the lip combo almost every single time I do it, but the base always stays the same, which is why I feel like when I post makeup and yaps, people get boring because I always look the same right after. But this routine works so well for me. I feel super cute and it's natural enough that I feel like myself, but it also has enough makeup on that I feel like I've done something with my face. I don't think I look too different with and without makeup, but I just love the way I feel with makeup. Like, more than how I look with makeup, I love the act of doing it. Like, I don't know, it's just so self-care, so soft girl. So she has a routine and it just makes me so happy. Like, my summer makeup routine is a lot chiller than this, and once I figure out my new summer routine, I will definitely share that too. But this has been my winter / is gonna be my spring makeup look, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next week for another one of this.